Hi, this is AdLucent's latest edition of The Catalyst. I'm Brad Costella, Senior Director of Strategy. I'll be covering the top trends coming out of the month of October to better prepare you for the holiday season and 2023 planning. This will be our last edition of The Catalyst before Cyber 5, so we'll be taking a look at the results from Amazon's Prime Early Access sale and sifting through the tea leaves to try and determine what we think it means for holiday retail sales this year. We'll also touch on the continued rise of retail media networks, and lastly, the long-awaited launch of Netflix's ad-supported tier. Prime's early access sale has come and gone, and earlier reports are that it didn't have quite the pull that the retail giant would have hoped. While Amazon doesn't share specifics, several third-party commerce platforms have reported that while sales were elevated, they weren't close to Prime Day levels. And most importantly, that most shoppers weren't doing holiday gift buying, but rather buying products for themselves that they found on solid discounts. While we already wrote a post on some of these specifics, which is linked below, what I want to touch on today is what this seems to indicate for the true holiday season that is now upon us. While it's true that the season continues to be pulled forward, shoppers this year seem more worried to spend early on bigger gift purchases as they still have a lot of uncertainty about economic conditions for the rest of the year and what that will mean for their holiday budgets. A lot of consumers also seem to be holding out for even better discounts, which they believe will come during Cyber 5 and the more traditional sales days. One other significant indicator we're seeing from the Prime Day results is the split between shoppers who were able to take advantage of strong discounts and buy primarily for themselves, and those who passed on good deals because they just don't have the budget. We continue to see the impacts of inflation and rising costs impact those in lower income brackets more, while others are both less impacted by these factors and have built up an even stronger safety net of savings. When it comes to holiday marketing campaigns, this means that understanding the customers you're speaking to, where they fall in that divide, and how you need to tailor your messaging to them is more important than ever. Shifting gears, retail media network growth seems to dominate the industry news updates these days, with a new brand launching a network seemingly once a week. Just recently, we've seen Uber, Lowe's, and Marriott all announce their own networks, and the Kroger-Albertsons merger is making headlines because of the opportunities it presents as an RMN. If you're not familiar with retail media networks, check out the great blog post written by my colleague Tori, linked below, but essentially they are ad networks being developed by brands that are built from the ground up to leverage that brand's own audience data as the targeting methodology. So the classic example is Amazon's network that houses every product search, interaction, and purchase you've ever made on the platform and turns that into audience profiles for other brands to show ads to. As cookie usage continues to fade, either through legislation or organic industry evolution, RMNs present a unique way to leverage first-party data in a more privacy-safe way. They can also offer end-to-end conversion tracking, which is critical for performance marketers. The last point I'll make here is that we're now seeing RMNs enable better targeted programmatic in-store digital ads, essentially bringing the entire thing full circle. We predict, along with just about everybody else, that RMNs will be one of the fastest areas of digital ad spend growth in 2023, and that they'll convert more traditional dollars than any other channel other than maybe connected TV. Which is a nice transition to my last topic, the launch of Netflix's ad-supported tier. More and more TV dollars are moving to connected TV or OTT, and no bigger untapped opportunity currently exists than the Netflix audience of 223 million current subscribers globally. We've been tracking this story for a while now, but it's finally here, and depending on when you see this video, Netflix with ads has probably already launched, as it's slated for a November 3rd launch date. There still remains much to be seen about how the new tier does and what the ad options will look like. For now, 15 and 30-second spots are available that will run both pre and mid-roll, and Netflix did just announce a deal to provide some measurement through Double Verify and IAS. However, the CPMs are reported at $65 at launch, which is obviously quite high. There's still a lot of speculation on how many subscribers will downgrade versus adding net new, and what the overall revenue and audience impacts for Netflix will be. However, beating Disney to the market was a win, but we'll have to see if there's an overly negative impact from rushing so much. All of this is quite exciting stuff, and we'll keep paying attention to understand and share the impact this has on the industry as a whole. That's all we have time for today, and I probably already went over the time I was supposed to, but I could chat on these things all day. Follow AdLucent on LinkedIn and subscribe to our blog for more content like this. Good luck this holiday shopping season, and we'll be back in early December.